you are a profitable trader. You're just self-sabotaging. Bro, there's an infinite amount of ways that you can release your potential. We're gonna let it rock out and see what happens. You need them punches to be thrown at you, because that's the only way that your footwork will get better. Because at that point, you understand that you're beginning to understand. Man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy VC Trades, man. I'm fresh out of bed, bro. Ain't washed my face, I ain't brushed my teeth, nothing. Just came straight outside. I heard the birds chirping. I'm like, nah, I gotta go straight outside, bro. Another day, new dollar to y'all boys, man. I want to talk about why. Just the question, why? Why you trade? Why you still go after this? Why you're still losing? Why you're still not profitable? But inevitably, why you have to be profitable? And I think it'll be an interesting concept because I have a few whys. The more that time goes, the more I find reasons why. And it's like, I'm 22 years old. Some of y'all are older than me. Some of y'all are younger than me. But we're all gonna reach an age when it's gonna be like, time's gonna catch up, bro. Our time is gonna come. It's gonna be one day where we take our last breath. It's gonna be another day where we realize, damn, I was just 19. It's gonna be days where we're like, damn, I wish I never gave up on trading. Or it's gonna be days where I'm like, I'm glad I never gave up on trading. So why is really an important question. I don't think today will be a long video, man. I am gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna get some content for y'all in the gym, and I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna trade. We're just gonna talk about why. But I got another video for y'all. I'm about to go on this 30-day run, like I said. It'll be interesting. To the people that stay tuned in, I really, really do appreciate y'all, man. We about to hit 800 subs. It was like yesterday or 2 days ago, I was at 600. I'm about to hit 800, so I appreciate all of the support, man. It's really unreal because I just started YouTube with 0 subscribers January 7th, I believe it was. So I can't wait to see where we at by the end of this year. And if y'all like this 30-day run, then I'm gonna go on a 90-day run. Shit, I might go on a 365-day run. I might only miss a couple days, you know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of stuff planned for the summer, a lot of video ideas, and I really just want to document this whole thing for y'all. But yeah, YouTube, I'm about to go inside, take care of myself, and I'm about to head to the gym. Let me get with y'all boys there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're floating in space.
All right, man, what's good, YouTube, man? We back at the office and whatnot, man. I couldn't get as much footage in the gym as I really wanted to because people started piling in there. It's like odd days of the week where a lot of people come at a certain time, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating, I'm not knocking on, you know what I'm saying? Get in there when you can get in there, but it's weird how the creator, a lot of people say God. To me, I just don't agree with that word simply because let's say you got a man who worships money, right? Money is his God. Let's say you got a man who worships women. Women is his God. And honestly, man, I feel like creator is just top of the line. I feel like the being that created us and created this elaborate elixir, terrarium of life, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it, it's so extravagant. There's not really a great enough vocabulary out there that can explain the dynamics of this life that we're in. I feel like creator is just upper echelons of the words that we have as human beings. You're just a creator, you know what I mean? And being a creator, you're infinite. So it's wild how the creator placed a person in my pathway for today. I was almost late to the charts. I would have been here a little bit early, but the creator had to give me a message, man. And I'm not gonna go too deep into it. I might not talk about it at all, but you know, it's good to be grateful for things sometimes. Make sure you take a moment out of your day to find something to be grateful for. If you can't find one, they're constantly being presented to you. Things to be grateful for are constantly being presented to you. Some of them are just more obvious than others. But yeah, YouTube, right now, I'm looking at the charts. I'm kind of tight. I missed this easy play. This super easy play would have been a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and it just would have been, it would have been so easy. The money would have been so easy. I would have been in and out. I wouldn't have nothing to do for the rest of the day. I would have got these videos pumped out and whatnot. But yeah, I'm about to show y'all what I'm talking about. So if you look right here, we had this 930 open candle, wicks up, creates relative equal highs, and then dumps, right? Price completely dumps. This line represents the bottom of the fair value gap on the 15-minute candle. But look at this. Look at this 3 candle pattern right here. And this is on the 2 minutes, so that happened within 6 minutes. We reject here. We reject here and then we dump. What is this right here? This is a volume imbalance from yesterday's close to open. Like I told y'all, those are like vacuums. Like I told you, those are like vacuums, they're like black holes and whatnot. So price drawed a few points away from it just to retrace and give this perfect entry right here, and then dropped right back into it. As I pulled up the charts, we were at this candle right here where we were dropping into it, and I'm like, dang, bro. That was the easy money play for the day. NASDAQ had the same volume imbalance right there that it dropped into, and you can see the candles are exactly the same on NASDAQ. Relatively the same on YM as well. So yeah, man, we just gonna wait for an opportunity. We're gonna see if we get a retracement back up to this the bottom of this 15-minute fair value gap. I'm gonna show y'all. It's a SIBI, and this would be about the premium of the range. So it probably will sell off again and come target this liquidity from over here. I don't know if y'all remember a few days ago. Actually, this was actually yesterday. I was targeting these lows right here, but I did not get my full TP smacked within the AM session. So to me, it looks like these are the lows that we're targeting for the day. We may come back up into this 15-minute range. We may not. We're just going to see what we get. If we don't, if this 15-minute candle or even a 5-minute candle closes below, what I'll be looking for is price to retrace back into this volume imbalance and use this as a, like I said, I hate these words, but as a resistance to push price lower. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna see what happens. I like how we got this SIBI right here sitting on top of it. And let's drop it to the 3-minute, 2-minute, 1 minute. And you can see how price already used this as resistance as well. So we're just gonna sit around, wait and see what happens. We wanna take the obvious setup today. I wanna secure a bag because this week I've been calling out these moves, but I haven't been making money. You know what I mean? So let's just see what happens, y'all boys. All right, y'all boys. So I think I've been going for like the past 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I've been talking to my Dukes, you know what I'm saying? Deep conversations. The creator just keeps showing me, he got something in the plans for me today. So maybe I'll talk about that because I did say we're going to talk about it, why, and finding your purpose. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. But look, check this out on the market. I'm seeing a potential opportunity that I'm thinking about executing on. So let's see. So if y'all see right here, we're on the 1 minute on ES. We have a push past this volume imbalance that was resistance. It's not resistance. I'm done saying support and resistance. All right, y'all. It's just inversed. Then we have these relative equal highs sitting right here at the bottom of this 15-minute fair value gap. So if we pull back into around right here, I will be entering in for a small 1 to 2 or whatever this risk to reward is going to be. Let's check it out. I am kind of tight that I wasn't around to catch the sell-off, to take out all of this liquidity over here from the other day. It is what it is, y'all boys. It is what it is. We may not even get our entry to this retracement right here. However, it is looking lovely as a TP because this is the bottom of this 15-minute fair value gap. SIBI, to be exact. And it is sitting exactly at the consequent encroachment of this range. So let's see if we do get it. If we don't get it, then most likely we'll sell back off to somewhere down here, but that's a little bit lower probability if you ask me. All right, so I'm waiting, man. It looks like we may possibly get our entry. I just want to go over here and make sure I have this volume imbalance marked up exactly how it was. Because if I don't have it marked up correctly, price may pull off without us. So having it's pretty much marked up the right way. This is the real volume imbalance right here. The close of that candle and the open of this one. So let's check it out. So yeah, you can see we're about to tap right into it, but I'm not gonna take this entry right here. I want it to come a little bit lower because of the risk to reward. I mean, I guess I can manage to move it like that, but it looks like price may just respect this. However, I would like to see price at least come respect the consequent encroachment. And our entry is right below the consequent encroachment. So let's just see what happens. So right now we are in drawdown. It's not looking too great, but we're gonna let it rock out and see what happens. Because earlier this week, every time I closed a trade early, that thing played out, man. So this is probably gonna hit our stop, but I'm gonna let it rock out. YouTube, hopefully y'all boys can hear me, man, because it is a little windy out here. I'm outside in nature right now. I know I'm a nature baby and shit. Y'all probably thought I was in my bag a little bit. I was all monotone, but nah, I was just using my inside voice, man. Now I feel alive because I'm in the sun. Anyways, look, bro, we lost the trade. We lost the trade. That's why I'm out here. I'm sitting out here in nature. I'm trying to get my feelings back right together because I'm a little hurt right now. I'm about to show y'all boys why. Look at this shit, bro. These are 1 minute candles. I got stopped out within a minute and 30 seconds. My screen always dirty. I know y'all probably used to it by now. My screen always dirty, bro. Be having a lot going on. But look at this, though. We ran, bro. Man, look, it happens, bro. It happens. This has been a shitty week. I'm not gonna lie. We had a break-even day. We had a day where we were up 500. Then we had a day where we took a small loss. And we have today where we got stopped out completely, and then our TP ran. Stopped out by a point or 2 points. And every single day this week, bro, and last week, and the week before, every single day, except one day, I called exactly what the market is going to do. The days I broke even were because I didn't take price out of my easy TP. And I closed break even. But price didn't even, if I didn't close at break even, price wouldn't even stop me out. It would have just put me in drawdown and then ran to my TP. So it's a shitty week for me, bro. It's just not clean price action. But this usually happens on weeks where there's a lot of news. But it is what it is, bro. Some days you're gonna take a loss, other days you're gonna win. Let's say you lose on a day where it's like, all right, you called the market. It's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. It's gonna touch here and then go there. But somehow you lose. It doesn't feel as bad when you see, okay, price stopped me out by a couple points and then it went to my TP. It doesn't feel as bad as being completely wrong. Like, oh, okay, today I was just tripping, or I read the market wrong, or I didn't see this. It doesn't feel as bad. It actually feels a lot better because it's like, especially when you're coming off of being a student or you're coming off of being relatively new, because at that point you understand that you are beginning to understand. You are beginning to comprehend. And at that point, it's just like the last video I said, go as far as you can see and you'll see further. You understand that there's more light ahead of the tunnel. Because you're like, okay, if I just adjust to do this, and if I do this, this is why keeping your data is important. You understand, like, you are a profitable trader. You're just self-sabotaging. A lot of y'all already are profitable traders. I want y'all to really think about that. Whenever y'all get off of this video or y'all go handle y'all business, I want y'all to seriously think about, yeah, yo, if I took my trades out of my easy TP, or if I stopped over leveraging, or if I could take a loss and walk away, according to my data, I'm a profitable trader. It's really simple, bro. Hey man, look, hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm sitting by the water and whatnot. Like literally right on the water. It's 3 feet away. Hopefully I don't drop my phone. But I wanted to talk to y'all about y'all why. Your why and your purpose is hella important. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? So when I was growing up, bro, I wouldn't exactly say I had the hardest life. And the only reason I wouldn't say that is because I've heard stories of people having a harder life. The same way that some of these tough guys think that they're the toughest out there, it's always gonna be a tougher dude. It's always gonna be somebody who's willing to drop their balls a little more. The same way you could be the smartest person in this room, but go to the next room over and you're a child. You know what I'm saying? So for some reason, when I was younger, I had adopted the idea that I didn't know while I was on this earth. I always felt like I've been here before. And so for that reason, I was always just pretty much nonchalant about everything, and I didn't care because something in me felt like I experienced this before and I didn't want to experience it again. And that may sound weird to a lot of people, but I want you to understand, like, it was always a weird feeling to me too. I had adopted the idea that I didn't think that I would live past 18. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know why I had that feeling, but I didn't think I would. And so as soon as my mama could take her eye off of me, I did whatever I wanted to do.
And needless to say, when you're a child and you do whatever you want to do, you have no care in the world, you have no responsibilities, something is bound to go wrong. Well, it was a point in time where I was going through a heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? I was selling a little shit on the side, bro. I was being around people that I really didn't have no business being around. I ended up getting into a situation shortly after I turned 18, and this is how I know that your mind is very powerful. I ended up getting into a situation where my life could have been taken from me in multiple different fashions within the same situation. I ended up having a homie who's no longer here right now save my life. I don't want to get into the full details of the story, but in essence, it involved guns, it involved cars, and it involved friction, beef. Anyways, my homie had told me, look, don't stand right there, don't sit right there. I don't know why, I just got a weird feeling. Just move to right here. What do you know? As soon as my ass goes from one seat to another, where I was sitting at would have killed anybody and anything on the planet. Cool. When I got to the hospital, I was about half a centimeter from my life being taken from me, from leaking out. Before I ever made it home, I was probably 15 minutes from my house. They said, do you know if this would have landed a half a centimeter to the left, you would have bled out before you made it home. How far did you live from home? 10, 15 minutes? I said, yeah, you wouldn't even made it home. Whatever. I ended up getting kicked out or whatever. I really didn't get kicked out. My people didn't really kick me out. I heard them talking about it. Mind you, I'm 18. I heard them talking about kicking me out. I heard them talking about how I'm a liability, and I already felt that way. So I just packed my shit up, and while they was talking about it, I just left. I ended up staying with one of my homeboys, and I love him to death for letting me stay. I love his family to death for letting me stay. I'll do whatever for him if they ask me of it. But that ended up being healthy and unhealthy in a paradoxical way for me. I had a place to stay, but it disconnected me from my family. It disconnected me from myself. I started smoking a lot more. Being around a certain person, no matter how close y'all are, being around a certain person for so long, it starts to create friction in between y'all. So in a way, that time in my life seemed like a dream. 2 weeks later, the homie that saved my life died. He died in a car accident. That's why if y'all ever see this rubber band on my wrist, I'm really opening up. That's where it's from. This was in 2020. Within them same 2 weeks, we get put on lockdown. So as I'm staying with my homie, it's not like I could leave. The world is on quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I've had probably 100 rubber bands on each one of my hands. All of them break. This one has not. I remember one time somebody grabbed my wrist. It was this girl. She grabbed my wrist. She grabbed the rubber band, pulled it mad hard, and I wanted to sock her shit. I'm like, yo, you don't know, this is like all I got, bro. And this is nothing, bro. This is nothing. Compared to this person was and what he did for me, this is nothing. Anyways, bro, a lot happened within that time span. A lot happened within the year 2020. A lot of people, they made extreme progress in 2020. But 2020 was a pivotal year for my life. Because that year, I realized, like, yo, I'm not invincible. I realized, yo, I bleed. I realized, like, yo, beefing, I don't care what it is, it's not worth it. I realized you can lose people hella quick. I realized it don't take much for me to disconnect from my family. I gotta rebuild these bonds. I put my people in danger. I put myself in danger. I put my homie in danger. I never really got to tell him thank you for saving me like that. And in a way, I don't think he thought about it. I think it was the creator telling him to tell me to move. And then he died 2 weeks later. So as I'm getting my shit together, man, and that same summer, is hella people out to hurt me. At least that's what it felt like. I'm a senior. We going senior week. But it's like 40 people trying to jump me, trying to kick down my door. I don't know why. Them same 40 people, I wake up the next morning, it's in the newspaper. They done stabbed like 3 people. So y'all was trying to come in my room and do what? It was a wild time in my life. And how I felt at the time, once you get into some shit, it's a headache to deal with. I didn't feel like dealing with that headache, bro. I didn't feel like dealing with that headache. At the end of the day, deep down inside, all that people want is peace. They want peace of mind. I couldn't find that anywhere. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a solid place to stay. I didn't have a solid relationship with my friends and family no more. I had to depend on everybody to do everything. And I felt like it was just me and I was lonely. It was tough. The fact that my homie died right after he saved my life, it made me feel like I'm supposed to be here. Eventually I get my shit together and I come back home to my people's house. And around that time, I started taking working seriously, but not too seriously, because I didn't want to work. I was working ever since I was 14. I was always working. I was always about money. But I knew I didn't want to work for the rest of my life. I knew if I didn't die in this situation right after I just turned 18, that I'm not supposed to. I understood that because I saw how easily the same person that saved my life got took. How easy it was. I'm at his funeral looking at his coffin like, I feel like that should be me. I feel like I owe you this. I feel like I owe you the breath that I'm breathing. And I never got to tell him thank you how he really meant it. How I really should have. Because of quarantine. It was just a fucked up situation, bro. But anyways, I'm telling y'all this story because around this time when I was 18 was when I really realized I gotta get my shit together. Because I'm here on this earth. I feel like I've been here before. I don't want to be here. But if I'm here, I'm going to have my fucking way. I might as well. And so around this time, I got introduced to trading. I got introduced to psychology. Not psychology and trading. I'm talking about mentalism, universal mentalism, divinity. I got introduced to that. I started getting into nature. I started to ground myself. Because as a man, I can't speak for women. Because as women, I feel like it's easier to find your purpose. If you get pregnant as a woman, your purpose is to take care of your kid and make sure your kid is forever straight. And you can live just off of that. But as a man, bro, it's a lot harder to find your purpose. I feel like you can only find your purpose in isolation. You can only really find your purpose when you're alone. And so I had spent a lot of time alone because I just had endured so much and I never got the chance for it. Time was moving so fast and experience was moving so fast, I never got to digest it completely. I spent a lot of time alone. I started working on myself. I went vegan. I started meditating every day. I was outside every day. I did a lot of shit alone. Not even for personal growth, but as recovery. Anyways, man. A few years down the line, I look back on those moments in my life and I realize my why is no simple answer. Because my why is forever changing. It's built upon basic principles, but it's continuously being developed. And I didn't plan for this video to be a long video, but in real life, I don't care if it's only one of y'all that I'm speaking to. My why, the reason my why was developed was because I needed a reason to live. And that shit might sound dark. I needed a purpose to live. Because if I didn't have a purpose, then what's the purpose in living? But in a way, I felt like I was forced to find my purpose. And I really can't speak for a lot of other people because a lot of people wander their lives without knowing their purpose. But I feel like God forced his hand down my throat and said, no, you got to figure out what you're here for because you're here for something. He could have took me in multiple different fashions in the same exact situation. Multiple different fashions within a single year. Your why is important, bro. I'm not going to get into all of my whys, but I want to tell you why your why is important. Your story is important. When you're doing something hard, when you're doing something that is strenuous, it's no easy activity. You need a reason to keep going. I feel like the biggest reason, the most strongest motivator, I spoke of this in my last video, is fear of being a failure. Fear of living for nothing. Fear of living to have no accomplishments. Fear of being a walking dead. Having nothing. Having nothing that you desire, having accomplished nothing that you desire to accomplish. That is the strongest motivator, bro. I don't care if you're the fattest dude in the world, bro. If your biggest fear is chasing you, your adrenaline will carry you past the anguish and exhaustion that you feel. Until you feel that you're safe, or until you decide, I'd rather give up my life than keep running. I accept my fate. You need a why that's so strong that's gonna make you keep running no matter what. To me, the scariest feeling is living a life of no purpose, no meaning, especially as a man, bro. Because how I think, and I know a lot of y'all men that watch me, it's about 90% men that watch me. A lot of y'all understand that you want to have a family. You understand you want to have a wife. That wife, you want a wife that's going to be everything that you desire. You want the house, you want to be able to take the vacations, you want to live the lifestyle that you want. You need to find your purpose. That can't be your purpose. I won't say that can't be your purpose because some men are just born here to provide for other people. But if you can provide through your purpose, which is not providing, if you can provide through your purpose of doing a service for the world, provide through your purpose of being an EMT and saving people's lives, provide through a purpose of writing books that help little kids do this. I don't know, bro. If you can provide through that, that is a much more fulfilling life. Your why is the most important thing. Finding a purpose is the most important thing. And I'm just blessed enough that I was forced to find one. I'm blessed enough to feel as if I'm meant to be here. There's a reason I'm here. When I was a baby, my mom, there was a prophetess that lived across the street. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I have a basic understanding, but she told my mom when I was a newborn that I was going to have a voice after looking at me and I guess feeling on my part. I don't know what she did. And she told me that when I was 18. I didn't believe her though, because I didn't think I would live to see 19, 20, 21, or 22. And I promise you, bro, once you find that purpose, and your purpose can be as simple as being afraid of failure, walking that in itself will keep you busy long enough for you to say, okay, I enjoy doing this. You do that for a while, all of a sudden you learning something new. You learning something new over here too, and you combine them. Or it leads you down these different streets, different pathways, bro. There's an infinite amount of ways that you can release your potential as a human being. Maybe I'm just talking, but maybe I'm hitting the spot for some of y'all. Because trading is one of those things where it could be so easy to give up on. Today I got stopped out by 1 or 2 pips. I could say, you know what, bro? I'm fucking tired of this shit, bro. It shouldn't have did that. I was right. It only stopped me out by 2 pips and then it ran for a full TP. I could have made $1,500 off of this trade. On 2 accounts, that would have been $3,000. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired. I don't want to do this shit no more. Instead, I say, okay, let me teach them what's the right way to handle it. Say, okay, it's all right. Tomorrow we'll most likely catch a win. I say, it's okay. I choose to look at the good. We didn't make any profits this week, really, but we've been pinpointing the moves. We're making progress because last year we couldn't do this. Last year we was just entering off of fair value gaps. Last year was so painful, but I won't give up because my purpose is deeper than just me now. Obviously, if I'm here, if you guys rock with me, how you guys have been showing you rock with me, then I know there's a million other people that will rock with me. I know I can help at least a slim percentage. And that right there in itself is purpose. This right here can change your lineage. It can give you the opportunity to invest in businesses that will literally change the complete dynamic and trajectory of your family line. Essentially, to me, that is creating an army in the best way possible. Essentially, to me, if I can, even a slim percentage of 1 million people, even a slim percentage of the people on this earth that are alive, if I can help them achieve their financial goals so that they can build their empire, the wave's kicking up because I'm talking that shit. If I can help them achieve building their empire, then that essentially is changing the world. And to me, that's the biggest purpose that I've found. That's bigger than life. Yeah, y'all boys, I don't want to ramble on too much, but seriously, if you don't know your purpose on this earth, why don't you ask the Creator? Like I said, I don't like to say God, bro. God is thrown around. I never hear nobody say the creator. The one who created everything. The infinite intelligence. Why don't you ask it? It, not him. Don't act like he one of us. He's not. Why don't you ask it to show you? I don't care if it hurts. I don't care if it's pleasurable. Show it to me in the most obvious way. I bet you find a purpose within the next year. It may not be obvious. A lot of times it's illusory. It'll take you a little minute to pick up on it. It took me almost losing my life. But it's a paradox because that shit gave me life, bro. So yeah, YouTube. I don't know if I'm gonna trade tomorrow. I might. I don't know though. But I really, really, really hope I was talking to somebody on this because I just opened up and that's just not something that I usually do. That was a very pivotal moment in my life. And anybody who knows me knows exactly what happened, but they may not know how I felt about that and how I really viewed it. You never will be able to if you're viewing it from the outside of the box. I'm inside of this motherfucker. Welcome to my mind. And I hope y'all find y'all purpose if y'all not yet have found it. I hope y'all find a good reason to keep y'all going. And I hope y'all continuously find reasons because this shit gonna keep getting harder. New levels, new devils. And you shouldn't be asking for it to get easier because the moment that you ask for shit to get easier, the moment you stop growing. You need turmoil, bro. You need shit to keep moving, keep turning. You need them punches to be thrown at you. Because that's the only way that your footwork will get better. YouTube, that's about all I got, man. I'm about to enjoy this nature. And I hope y'all are enjoying the value that I'm bringing to y'all. Because I got a lot of it. Inspiration is everywhere. Information is everywhere. It just got to be that that's what you want. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I always say, tighten up. I'm going to get with y'all boys on the next video, man. Peace.